Hello, let's talk a little bit about Utah. We have been studying our country. Our country is really big, and in our country we have symbols and we have songs. There are American heroes. There's so much to learn about our country. Well, if we come a little closer to home, we have our state. The state is still very large. There are almost over 3 million people living in Utah. That's a lot of people. But our state is smaller than the United States of America. And our state has its own symbols, its own landmarks, and some of its own traditions. So let's talk a little bit about Utah today. Like I said, our state is called Utah. And every state has a flag. State flags show pictures that are important to the state. Many state flags use red, white, and blue, just like our nation's flag. But then they have other symbols that are important to them. Let's take a look at Utah's state flag. Here it is. This is the state flag of Utah. It has a few important things on it. Do you recognize this symbol? Yes, it's the American bald eagle, which is a national symbol, right? So we are part of America, so we use the same symbol on our state flag. What about this here? Ooh, red, white, and blue, stars and stripes. It looks like the American flag. But inside, we have a few things that are unique for our state. We have the name of our state, Utah. We have this word, industry. Industry means to work hard. That is an important thing to the people of our state. We are hard workers. Do you see this picture? It's a beehive. And a beehive is a symbol of industry or working hard because bees, they work pretty hard, don't you think? Right here we have the sago lily. These flowers are the state flower, and people had to eat sago lilies in order to stay alive. Sago lilies provided them with some nourishment, and in the desert, they couldn't find very much to eat. So people ate sago lilies to help them stay alive while they planted their crops and began living in Utah. Isn't that interesting? We have two dates here. The first date is 1847. You might have heard somebody talk about the Days of 47 rodeo or Pioneer Day. Those are days that celebrate this year, 1847. And that is when the pioneers came to Utah. Were there people in Utah before that? Yes. Yes, there were. There were other people, and those people were different types of Native Americans. One of those tribes was called the Utes. That's where we get our name, Utah. This other date here, 1896, that's when Utah became part of the United States of America as a country. Okay, so that's our state flag. Our state flag is crammed with symbols. We have the bald eagle and the American flags to represent that we're part of the nation. And then on the inside, we have things that are unique to our state. Industry, a beehive, the sago lily, the name of our state, and the year the pioneers came to this state. You've seen a picture of the state capitol before, but here you can look a little closer. There's the American flag. It goes on top because it's for our nation. And right underneath is our state flag. And then you can see the American flag and the state flag flying on the sides of the building as well. This is in Salt Lake City. I know some of you have been here before. The Capitol building is where the government leaders for our state meet and make decisions. Ooh, look at this bird. Do you like birds? What kind of bird is this? Is this a bald eagle? No, it's not. This is the California gull. The California gull? But we're in Utah. Huh. Well, it is the California gull, and it looks a little bit like a seagull because it is a type of seagull. These birds come and they migrate across Utah, and they are the state bird for Utah. There's an interesting story as to why they're the state bird. A long time ago, there were a plague of locusts. That means there were lots and lots of crickets. And the crickets were eating all of the food. And the people who were living in Utah were like, oh no, what are we going to eat? If the crickets eat all our food, we're not going to have any food to eat. Well, these birds came. The California gull came in huge numbers, and they came and they ate up the crickets. And when all the crickets were gone, the people had their crops still, and they could eat and they could live. So they decided that they would make the California gull the state bird for Utah. Ooh, do you see these trees? They're called the Quaking Aspens. Have you ever seen them in real life? Aspens are skinny trees and they're long. And did you know that one aspen will have roots that go under the ground, and then more aspens will pop up, and they're all connected. They're all living to like one organism. It's one living thing. Even though it looks like lots and lots and lots of other trees, they're all connected underground from the roots. The largest living thing in the world is a quaking aspen in Utah. The quaking aspens are the state tree. Utah also has landmarks. Landmarks are places you might go visit. Landmarks can be things people have built, like a statue or a bridge, or even like the Capitol building. We have landmarks like that in Utah, but my favorite landmarks in Utah are not buildings at all. They are the things that were created with nature. This is Delicate Arch. It's a very famous landmark. You might have seen it on the back of a car because some license plates have the Delicate Arch on it. I like this one. I have been here. I wonder if any of you have ever been to Delicate Arch. This is Zion's National Park. I love Zion's. I think it's also another beautiful place. It has very neat landforms. There are so many colors and layers in the rock. I've been here too. I even have a picture to show you. That's me and my family. It's hard to see me, but this one's me. And then this is my son, Max. This is Zach. This is my husband. And then inside my belly is my baby. Well, she's not my baby anymore. She's 3 years old. But this is us at Zion's. You see the rocks and the trees? We were in the same valley. Maybe someday you'll get to go to one of these cool landmarks in Utah. Well, I hope you have had fun learning a little bit about Utah. Talk to your learning coach and your families about the things that are in Utah, the landmarks and the symbols, like the quaking aspen, which is our state tree, or the beehive that represents industry. Talk to them about these things. See which ones you might be able to see in your neighborhood or that your families may have seen before. I will talk to you soon.